Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your August the 10th, 2026. Wrapping up the start of the new work week with sunshine, a few scattered storms, but it is a little hot and steamy out there. And if you think it's hot now, it's only going to get worse as we go through the week, as we're going to see the return of one of those heat domes back over us, and likely going to see some heat advisories back in here in some form or fashion later in the week. Now, before we get rolling here in this full report, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, let me introduce myself as your personal weatherman on a mission to turn this into a professional 24-hour channel. I kind of look at this as your channel, so if you'd like to help us out in this endeavor, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future weather updates, as well as being alerted whenever we do live severe weather coverage exclusively here for North Georgia. All right, let's get into today's report, shall we? As we take a live look there in Dahlonega, as we've got our fair share of clouds out there this afternoon bubbling up with the daytime heating. Down here, a little further south, down toward Braselton, outside my backyard, we are looking at a little more sunshine down here. I wish we had a little more wind, but it's currently 91 degrees outside currently. Local radar showing a few scattered storms there to the east of the Marietta area. Again, a little steamy, but not looking bad. Got a couple little spotty showers here and there, but really not all. As far as coverage, going to be kind of isolated. I think that's going to be the trend this week. In fact, the trend is really going to be drier, and the best rain chances are probably going to be up here across the mountains. The further closer to Atlanta you go, the drier it's likely going to be. Now, as we look at our regional radar, again, you can see where the rains are falling in pretty good coverage over here toward the Carolinas. A few storms back over toward Mississippi and over toward Alabama, and limited coverage down across the Gulf Coast for right now. Satellite picture showing us we had some clouds that kind of burned on off, generally looking at mostly sunny skies where we are getting it. But if you get a few of the storms like down toward Metro Atlanta, a little more clouds down that way. And again, some of these storms are still going to have the ability to produce some locally heavy rain, so watch out for that. And temperatures are definitely quite steamy, already getting up near 90 degrees down in Atlanta. Calhoun's already at 90, and we're looking at lower 80s up into the mountains. A little bit of relief there, but I'm going to tell you, even the mountains are going to have a hard time escaping some of the heat that's going to be building our way here later in the week. Now, you look at the current watches and warnings, you see the heat advisories back off toward our west. Again, I expect this to kind of be moving closer to us as we get that heat dome to take effect as we go heading toward the weekend, as some of the hottest temperatures start to move back in once again. Now, the thunderstorm threat we're going to see over the next few days is going to be, number one, it's going to be isolated at best, and just a general thunderstorm threat here. You see a little bit of that green up there across up toward North Carolina going into your Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe clipping Rabun County. But for the most part, I think our rain coverage is going to be extremely sparse, and I do favor the northern zones for the best rain chances. Now, if you do get underneath one of those hefty thunderstorms, you are going to be looking at a slight flooding risk. That's what this means, is because the air's so juicy and you got a lot of moisture there. And that's going to continue into Tuesday as well, Wednesday, and then Thursday it starts to clip on back, and Friday it's kind of mostly into the Carolinas and South Georgia. So not really looking at any real significant widespread rain events for us here this week. Now, quick look out in the tropics. We got a few areas to watch. We've got this one that's only 10%. This is moving away. This one's only 10%, probably going to fall apart. But this one here, likely to become a depression. Could be our next named storm here, and it's going to probably be tracking off like this. So I'm not expecting this to be a problem, but it's just a friendly reminder that we are getting closer to the heart of the hurricane season. And although El Nino is going to be impacting the season with not a great environment for storms to form, we can still get them. So we're going to watch this closely here as we get closer to the heart of the season, which, by the way, the peak is on September the 10th. Looking at your regional model here again, anything that forms here over the next several days are going to be extremely isolated. Again, the orographic lift zones into the mountains will have the best opportunities for rain. But again, if you're down to the Gainesville area, Atlanta, it's going to be kind of dry, very, very isolated here. Most of us are going to stay on the dry side. And we're also not going to see much in the way of any kind of frontal systems making their way into the southeast either. So what we're going to see is that not only are we going to get that high pressure there at the surface, we're also going to get it in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So the jet stream's kind of coming in like this and doing like that. So that's going to keep us on the hot side here going into later this week. So the forecast, it's going to be a steamer. We're looking for 93, 73. That's in the Gainesville area. So I'm not even putting a chance of rain there. Gainesville, Atlanta, it's going to be, boy, sparse at best. But if you're up north, Dahlonega, getting up to Blairsville, LJ, you might get a 20% chance of a storm up that way. Morning lows are going to be, again, pretty muggy, mostly in the 70s, maybe a few 60s up in the mountains. Your daytime highs going in for your Tuesday afternoon, getting into the upper 80s in the mountains, 90s out there. You put those feel-like temperatures in there, and it's just going to feel even hotter. Look at Athens feeling like 101, Livonia at 100, 101 in Dalton. So, again, not quite heat advisory criteria. I think we got to get above 105 for that, but we're going to be moving in that direction here, unfortunately, for the week ahead. So regional temperatures like this for your Tuesday. Again, summertime heat coming back in here. And obviously, we got a cluster of rain up this way with some storms. But, I mean, look, these are air temperatures, folks. 99, 98, 96, 95. Yeah, it's just a steamy, hot month of August. And, we really don't start getting the temperatures to back off until we get to the end of August, going into September, as those days are starting to get noticeably shorter, but not just yet. So here's our forecast. Really, again, I got limited rain chances here. Gainesville as our hub, showing us limited rain chances going into next week. But look at the temperatures, man. We're climbing up into about 96 by the time we get to next Monday. So again, get ready for the heat and make sure your air conditioning systems are good to go. Now, summertime thunderstorms, they can pop up at any time, even if there's not even a chance of rain. They can really surprise you sometimes. So go and download our free weather app. Absolutely free. Doesn't charge you, doesn't cost you a dime. You go to the Apple Store, Google Play for your Android users, put in North Georgia Majestic weather, or you can scan the QR codes there. Great weather app. It's going to alert you when there's rain nearby, severe weather alerts, hail detection, lightning, you name it. It's got everything in there. And again, this brought to us by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you are in North Georgia and you've been putting off getting a new roof, go ahead and give these guys a call. They're going to take care of you with some great customer service, quality craftsmanship, great products, as well as giving a portion of every job back to local children's charity. It is truly a win-win organization, helping the local community and giving back. All right, that is y'all's update here on your Monday. Again, just got to deal with the hot weather. I'm really looking forward to the fall season getting in here. And, of course, if we get any big changes to that long-term forecast, we're immediately going to let you guys know. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on our channel. Please help us out. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all our weather updates. That'll do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Have a good night. Bye-bye.